Hi guys, this is Martrell Upton with That's My Entertainment, and right next to me is
Rob Hoegee.
Rob Hoegee. Okay, so I wanted to ask you myself because I'm a fan of the Thunderbirds article. I watched one of the episodes and I wanted to know what is your role in this series and tell us more about the process of what you do.
Sure. Well, I'm the head writer for the show, which means that it's my job to kind of conceive the storylines for not only the season arc of episodes, but also shepherd every individual episode as well. Because we do quite a few every season, I can't write them all myself. So I have a team of talented writers that come in that I work with to kind of craft the storylines, and from there we write the scripts for the episode that are then recorded. So my job really is at the very first part of the process. So I'm coming up with the stories to tell and seeing them through the script, and then we go in front of our actors and record the voices, and then the animation happens after that.
That's really great. So it's kind of like the show is like a family-oriented kind of show.
It is.
But offset is like behind the cameras. It's a family behind the set as well,
No,
right?
that's true.
And a team of writers and
Yeah.
the cast. So that's really interesting and how it correlates with the show. So I wanted to ask you about the continuation of the 1960s version.
Sure.
How did you pick things from that series to go into the writing of the process for this current show?
Well, sure. I mean, the classic series was such an iconic, piece of cultural history that we couldn't just ignore the things that have already been done. So there were a lot of aspects to it, not only stories that we could retell in our own way, but also visual elements as well. That had the classic Thunderbirds had a very interesting, very unique visual look to it. And we've really done our part to try to make sure that our show sort of follows in those footsteps. So from a visual perspective, there's a lot of sort of similarities that way. We found that in terms of storytelling, the classic series was very much a product of its time. And in the 1960s, you tell different kind of stories than you do in the year 2016. So, so we found that there was only really a handful of really strong stories that we could translate into our own show now.
That's awesome. It's great to hear. Great to hear. So that concludes our interview. I appreciate your time.
My pleasure.
It's been a pleasure. This is